Good morning, afternoon, or evening to all who have come to my channel, the official Sacred Sensuality. I'm glad to have you here. I wanted to do a reading for you guys. This is a love reading as usual. I've been feeling a little tempted to do a money read, but you guys can let me know if you want me to do that for you. I can look into some career and money reads if you'd like. I just noticed that these are a little bit more popular amongst the masses, so just let me know. You have some, what should I say, there is some sorrow amongst your person that you did not know about. I don't know if you guys are still with your person, but the month of April is coming out very strong, whether it is this past April, either something could have happened, or either the number 4, something particular about 4 is coming through here. Your person, let me put this together really quick so this can flow smoothly. I don't know exactly how you get this person to do it, but your connection is forcing this person to change. This could have been someone who was stuck in some lower vibrational energies, some addictions. I have the Devil card here. Could be a person that was very codependent. I am feeling for some a person who did not exercise their leadership authority or even their own spiritual authority. Either they did not express it at all, very passive, or they didn't utilize it the way it was supposed to be used. Someone who could love excess. Now, as many of you probably already know, I don't really dwell too much on the whole twin love or twin flame type of thing. It's too complicated. It's more complicated than what many people think. But aside from that, I do have the Lovers card here. This could have been, your bond could have been so strong because the devil, it does represent very strong bonds, sometimes bonds that are unbreakable, sometimes bonds that cause people to go in and out of each other's lives. Very often, you two could always just be out of each other's lives for months or years at a time and then come back together as if nothing has happened. Like the big discussion has never been had. But something happened. I have 3 cards here that are full of sorrow and heartbreak, which is the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. I take this as you, at some point, you could have been blinded by love with the 5 of Cups with this person, which could have ultimately led you to disappointment, maybe regret. But I also take this is your person as well, in that regretful type of energy. They are still stuck in a different, lower vibrational energy right now. But this lower vibrational energy is one that is supposed to cause balance for this person. This is a person that is experiencing lots of sleepless nights. They could have Few health issues associated with it as well. High anxiety, depression. I'm feeling more so depression. Um, Very frustrated. A lot of things could not be taking place the way they'd want to in their life. Things that are happening a little bit too fast for them to keep up in the mundane. And I feel that this is because this is the universe is coming to collect. This is a spiritual lesson. Your connection was a spiritual lesson for this person. They owed a debt somehow to the universe, maybe because of their treatment of you. I feel that they cannot keep up with what's happening in their life. Like there may be either very little or no rest, really, because it's not just, yes, I was a part of this bond with a particular soulmate. And yes, while we did have a spiritual love, and I regret our separation right now, um, I feel like their life in the mundane, things that you don't see behind the scenes, are happening very fast for them. But they're happening fast in a way I'm seeing it's like the universe is God, someone's ancestors, whoever you want to call it, but um, the all, should I say, is putting these, they're not necessarily blocks, they're obstacles. It's like a maze for this person. I'm hearing if it's not one thing, it's another. Um, but they have these little blocks in the way. They are experiencing this because they're supposed to get this out of the way. This is supposed to cause them to stop, slow down, reflect, look within themselves. If they do that, and they do that the way they're supposed to, because you can do that and learn nothing at all. But if they do that and do this the correct way and actually sit with themselves, their emotions, their anxieties, depressions, I'm getting more so like they are supposed to take care of themselves, their mental and their spiritual. Also, it could be possibly their physical as well, their emotional well being, their whole. This is a person whose essence may have been lost over time through the giving and providing for others and often neglecting themselves to the point to where it reflected back into their romantic relationships, possibly even friendships, but I'm feeling more so the romantic side. Like this could be a person who could have looked at you as an outlet. Um, I'm feeling a little bit of neglect here. So maybe you could have felt neglected at times, but these things are put into their path because the universe wants them to speed up. They have to get caught up. This is a person that has avoided spiritual lessons. They've somehow I'm getting more so like they tricked the universal, or they think they did, tricking the universal system of avoiding any type of accountability and karma. And now they're facing it. And the Eight of Wands talks about sudden process. It's not just communication, while that can be true. And I do feel that this is a person that does want to communicate with you, and they hold back. They hold back because they're not supposed to at this moment. They are in a process of transformation, deep transformation, um, deep reflection. This is a person that seriously requires spiritual rest and reset. And it's funny, I just mentioned that how the universe is putting these blocks into their way. And here I have the Temperance card, which talks about balance, patience, peace, and tranquility. This is something that they need within themselves. And this is a possibility why they could not give you what it was that you desired, what it was that you deserved. I, for some reason, feel that this person wants to come back to you. I'm getting that so much in like every reading. The stories are repeating in different ways, but this person, they want to come back to you. They want to be back in harmony with you. They want to come back and show you, I'm better than this. I am exactly who you think I am. But the problem is with the King of Wands, while they are stuck in what is a necessary right now, low vibrational energy. And this is because they are being forced to feel. This is a person who also has an ego that needs to die. They need to go through an egoic death. Something about their pride with the King of Wands here. The King of Wands is a great guy. He's a guy who loves to take action. He is bold, believes in expansion. He reminds me of the guy who likes to not necessarily collect, but buys big franchises, for example, because he does believe in expansion and his vision, but the ego has to go because his ego has caused nothing but heartbreak, not just to the people he's hurt over the years, but also to himself. This is a person who doesn't even know that they have given themselves self-inflicted trauma. And they could be realizing right now, like, had I sat down and dealt with this or confronted that, then maybe I would have held on to my person, or I could have been a better husband, a better father, something better, basically. But I feel that the ego has not died all the way yet, because they can want to, as much as they can, feel like they have to come towards you, but they are not right now ready. They are getting lots and lots of surprises to the universe. This is a person who also could be coping with their loss of you or your absence, even if you guys are just taking a break, right? Even if you guys are still together, but you're having a lot of disappointments. This could be happening on the inside and you are not even aware, because I feel that this is a person who doesn't know how to communicate those feelings just yet. They are at the beginning of this journey, this extremely necessary journey that they need to take. And this journey is, honestly, from what I'm seeing here, you guys, it's going to be a long one for them because they've avoided it for so long. Does that mean that if, let's just say this is a person that you want to take back, for example, does it mean that this is a person who will never come back to you? I don't see that as a possibility right now. I see it more so as you've forced them, your connection has forced them to transform into a better being, because there still is a possibility that they can come back. Maybe if if you accept them, because maybe for some of you by that time you would have outgrown them. But this is a person who needs to catch up with you, not you catch up with them. Now, if you and your person are not separated and you're together still, and you maybe are thinking about separation and it's hard for you, and you have been deciding that you're not going to do so, take compassion at this time. Do not enable. Never enable. You can equip them with knowledge if they invite your your um your input, because as much pride as they have, they may listen to you. They may listen to you. They are finding out that things that they thought they needed in life are not things that are tangible in a spiritual sense. This could be a person who was so used to avoiding the hard conversations, the accountability. You may have felt that this is a person who was just in arrested development. If you're still with this person, you're being called right now to be patient with this person. If you want to stay with them, give them the room to grow. The attraction to you has not left. They are so used to running and finding escape routes. I feel that this is a person who busies themselves. They busy themselves all the time with any and whatever thing, just so they don't think about you, just so they don't think about their mistakes. Because I feel that for them, they place such a high amount of pressure on themselves that it comes through to you as frustration that they may have with you. It's not you, you guys. This is a person that is going through some inner lessons, because ultimately you do have a very strong soul connection to this person. You do have a bond, and I feel like this bond is either for some of you it is broken or it is damaged right now. This could be a person who is just very focused on stability, their money, their future, their retirement. And that is an escape route for them. Working a lot, whether that is working additional hours at an actual place of employment, burning themselves at both ends of the candle in their business. I have also, I don't know why I'm feeling this too, but I have doing favors for others. Just if you feel that your person is always doing something for someone else, especially if it's family, it's not that because they don't want to be around you. It's just that being around you triggers reflection. And they know, like a part of them know that there's a deep talk that needs to be held about their behavior towards you. So if you two are still together, they are avoiding those talks. They are avoiding those moments of vulnerability to where you don't have time to bring it up. You either don't have the time or the energy. And so while it's causing you to delay it and put it off, it's causing them to delay their own development. If your person has walked away or you have walked away, I have the card that says, this isn't goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We will be together again soon. And from what I'm seeing here, there's a very strong possibility that you two will be back together soon. The attraction is still there. Yeah, money matters. They're very focused on their money. If they think money, they think work. They're using it as a distraction. I feel like this person is very, very tired. They're working themselves to death, and that could be having an impact on their health. Not getting enough sleep. I'm hearing I don't have time, whether that's time for therapy, time for, just them taking a day or two off to just think about where their life is going, think about their decisions. This is a person who has extreme avoiding tendencies, but they can only do it for oh so long, because eventually I feel like it's gonna leak. Their energy is already leaking into the wrong areas because they are not facing what they're supposed to face. And if they don't, from what I'm seeing here, those very same things that are distracting them will be a part of their downfall. Yeah, because this person is not acting out of the positive masculine traits that they're supposed to have. This is a person of extreme pride. They feel that if they're working, if they're productive, um, they are living in their manliness. And this could be a feminine too, because feminines can be avoidant. And if you have looked at my intimacy series, I do talk about that, how I once upon a time was that person, and I avoided any type of accountability to what I did to others in my romantic relationships, and to myself. And I had been forced. I didn't go deeper, but I'm saying this now for a reason. I had been forced, like what I'm seeing with this person. I had things taken away from me plenty of times, and I was so hard-headed that I didn't realize I was avoiding the lessons that were needed to be learned. I was avoiding the growth that was supposed to take place. And that is what I honestly see with this person. I don't give a damn if this is a person in their 50s and 60s. They are still at risk of losing it all, including you, for good. The pride has to go. And if it doesn't, I feel like the universe, God, the all, the ancestors, they are going to give them a very public, very well known embarrassment. And they are going to be a source of gossip for others, unfortunately. Yeah. And I feel that if that happens, this person is going to become a recluse. They're going to become a recluse because they're so embarrassed and they haven't really learned the lesson yet. You live deep inside of this person's soul, whether you know it or not. You are a source of happiness, but you are not supposed to be this person's only source of happiness. They may think about you all the time. And while that's beautiful and all, they need to take the steps. And I feel that they're going to. I do have faith that they're going to. They're going to take the steps. Baby steps, maybe a little bit too slow for some of you. They may feel lost on whatever steps that they need to take. But this is where you come in. If this is a person who is just suddenly seeking deeper conversation about things, this is because they're trying to understand themselves. They're trying to understand what is happening within them spiritually. You could be a valuable source if you and this person is still talking. Don't force it though. Let them come to you. Let them talk to you. And I feel that any direction that they take in going and on the path to healing themselves is a good step. Any step that they take going towards that goal is a good thing. So you may see them if you're still around them, or if you guys are friends on social media, whatever, or you see them, they may stumble a few times from what I'm seeing, but ultimately it's because I'm seeing a drunk person, ironically, and I hope they are safe when they do this. This could be, they could be using substances or habits, partying, corn, all types of things. It's because they're a little lost. During times like that, if you are witnessing that, that's just your time to send out good vibes and prayer and good thoughts to them so that they can heal properly. They're just lost. I feel like they could be at a point at some time to have information overload and not excuse me, and not necessarily know how to apply it. But ultimately, this person is sorry. They say, I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. So they know that whatever they did, they mishandled you, is what I'm seeing. Excuse me. You you have the, oh my goodness, excuse me. It's like something doesn't want me to talk, and I feel they're having that problem right now. um, you could be a person that is very beautiful, very graceful inside and out. A type of kindness that they're not accustomed to. A type of beauty they aren't accustomed to, a rarity. I have, you're so special. You're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough. Yeah, you're a rare beauty. Even if you're masculine listening to this, you have beautiful energy. I have here, I smile on the outside, but I am dying on the inside. This person is very unhappy. It has nothing to do with you. This is the second reading that I've had to say that. I've had to say those exact words. This has nothing to do with you. I think this is going to be a long reading, you guys. Okay, because there's so much that's coming out and so many messages that I'm getting. This person is going to experience several tower moments, and it's because they could fall off the wagon, so to speak. They're falling off because they are supposed to look at things from a higher perspective now. I have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. And of course, as you know, the cards do progress. You go from a page to a knight, to a queen, to a king. It doesn't matter your sex. But because this is a person who is willing to improve, or to prove, should I say, that they are ambitious in becoming better for themselves first, and then for you, and for whoever else is around them, they are planning to plant new seeds with you, to plant new seeds within themselves. And that could even include, I don't know, I see someone reading a book. That can include, maybe I should take the time out and go back to reading. This could have been a person who used to love to read once upon a time, or whether that was newspapers, or, taking time for solitude at some point. Maybe reading could have been a relaxing type of thing for them. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, that's progression coming right after it. They're learning to become loyal and faithful to you in a ways not just that you deserve, but ways that you want. They plan to come back slow and steady and they could be a little bit more conservative in expressing themselves. And that's because this is a person who was learning how to balance what to say and when. So it may look a little rehearsed from what I'm seeing here, because the Knight of Pentacles is a knight who, while he is the slowest knight in the deck, he is a little bit of a perfectionist still. He still has those Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus traits, right? And once they do, I feel that they're going to come back in this refreshed energy. And I say that because I don't have a king yet. I don't know what is next. I have a few more cards to go. But they're going to come back in this refreshed, deliberate, intentional energy, and be more open and willing to take risk, knowing that the possibilities are endless now. Like their faith and their self-esteem is going to be elevated. And once they do so, I feel that you guys are going to have high commitment. I do have the Ten of Pentacles. That's rebuilding. That's your foundation. They could see you as family. This is a person who is finally claiming the spiritual inheritance that they were born with, the spiritual authority that they were born with, that they were probably not even aware of. This is going to surprise you, because I feel that the changes, while you may listen to this reading, and I hope you're listening to it in its entirety, while you may not expect them to show up and change the way that they are and have these different actions about them, you may not believe it at first because it's such a huge surprise. Allow it to unfold naturally, because yes, while they're still a knight with that youthful, fresh energy, they have to prove that they are able to incorporate everything that they've learned with you into actionable steps. Were you guys ghosted? I think I had this in my last reading yesterday. Or if you haven't been ghosted, you both could be in a no contact type of dynamic right now. The dead has awakened. You may be a little bit more closed off and guarded with new boundaries because you don't want a repeat of the past. I believe that they're going to respect your boundaries, though. I do see that. They're going to respect your boundaries. I feel that some of you, the reason why you left was because this person had actions that you couldn't support. Maybe you did at some point in time give them more than enough grace to handle themselves in a more mature manner, and they did not. Now, I feel that that is your boundary. You cannot do this to me again. You are not allowed to harm me. Your person is obsessed with you. They may look at your social media all the time. They're not saying anything, but they keep up with you. I feel they keep up with you to make sure that there's no one that took their place. I am not getting energy that is obsessive and it is negative. It's more so I'm watching your actions to see if there's still room for me in your life. But let me tell you something, you guys. You guys have a lot of good cards here. If you feel that nothing is happening behind the scenes and this is a person who has been refusing to grow, think again. This is a person who is choosing to spend solitude with themselves and sit and think about the years and the times and the people, the opportunities that were missed, the people they've hurt. They're sitting in that now. Don't interrupt it. Let them sit in it. They have to sit in it because it's calling to be. It is something I am seeing that wants to be released. Like on a soul level, they want to release this. It's not something that I feel they want to mentally return to over and over and over again. They really want to release this. This is like they've been hoarding these feelings, these regrets, this grief, these insecurities for so long that it has made them stingy with expressing themselves to you, because I feel like they felt that I am going to screw this up with her or him, so I can't express how I feel, because if I screw this up, then that's another thing that's added on to the list of things that I've screwed up in my life. Oh, that's very sad. That's very, very sad. that they've been hoarding this for so long. Their energy could be very heavy, extremely heavy. I have the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress. They are seeing you right now as the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the Queen of Wands. You have become more discerning. You may have cut yourself off energetically from this person. Maybe through a separation, you could have felt their energy all the time. And you're like, no, I have to cut this off. I have to move forward. I have to move on. Doing things that you think was necessary. Keep that energy because it is your discernment that is going to stay on watch to make sure that this person, they not only come back, but they are consistent and they truly mean what they do, what they say to you. They are truly showing that I am changed, I am transformed, I am better for me, number one, because if I'm better for me, then I'm better for you. I'm better for everyone that I love. I am able to be utilized in a way that is beneficial to all without taking away from myself, without hoarding all this grief and these feelings. And keep your energy. I believe they're going to learn a lot from your energy. Once again, the attraction towards you, it never left. It never left, you guys. They still have a passion towards you. They're still attracted to you. They love your confidence. Keep that. I'm hoping that many of you, if this was a breakup or a separation, a no contact type of thing, that you are still taking care of yourself. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, still take care of yourself. If this is a person that you truly want back and you want a better version of them, keep up with that. Don't lose your glow. You are this person's ultimate source of happiness. They are making a conscious choice, which I love here, of leaving behind all that baggage they were carrying because they want to move forward with you. I'm hearing that song by Maxwell. I think this is the second reading I heard this in because I think I heard this a few months ago. You're the highest of the high. Ascension, that's the name of the song. The Empress is your energy. They're willing to leave behind all of that extra baggage and move forward with you and go the distance with you just so they can get to their Empress, to this woman who is the highest, or this male, the highest of the high. You represent the divine in such a way that makes them believe in the divine again and in themselves. You represent true nurturing. I'm here. I gotta have her. I gotta have her. They don't want anyone. It's not coming across as possessiveness in a bad way, but I feel that deep down inside, this is a person that is protective of you. They have protective energy of you. I also feel that for some of you, this could be a long distance thing. There could be some type of distance, not just emotional, between you two. It could actually be a physical distance. And they could be planning to come see you or for you to come see them. But it's like they've got to get to you. They're trying to make this happen with the magician. I feel like this person they're going to find their confidence again. They're going to find their willpower again. You are a positive motivator. Your connection forcing them to be better by fixing themselves and seeing you higher than they've ever saw you before. You have two queens, one that is beautiful and charismatic and magnetic, and the other that is very discerning. But the Empress, she is a mixture of all. So while you may not have been warm to them like the Queen of Cups, warm and sweet and loving and nurturing to them and feeding them, pouring into them like the Queen of Pentacles does, you still came out as the Empress. And I believe that's because at some point in time, you did all of those things. You were all of those queens at one point in time during the time of your relationship, during the duration of your connection. And they're realizing, oh my God, you're the full package. They may also want a family with you. I know that I did call out some ages of 50, 51, I think 53 or something like that. And maybe there was another reading. I don't remember. I have numbers in my head right now. But that could be blending families. You meeting their children, your children meeting them, you meeting each other's families. They want to merge. And that's why I have the integration card here, which is talking about coming back into union, reunion. They're trying their best to make this happen. They are manifesting you on so many levels, and I'm even getting a freaky level too. So, from what I'm seeing here, oh my goodness, I hate when I see these things sometimes. I am seeing that this is a person who can be looking at your pictures a lot. Whether that's pictures that you sent them, pictures on social media, doesn't matter. You were never deleted out of the phone. That's so cute. You were never deleted out of their phone. Your memory remains. You play such a huge emotional role to them that it's like everybody else, while they may have a folder in the phone, you are the most looked at. You are the most, they look at you with admiration, not just because you're beautiful and you're savvy and all this other stuff and sexy, but with pure admiration. You could have been a person who went through a lot yourself at some point in time and you've healed. They admire your resilience. This is a person who you are giving them, you give them power that they didn't know they had. And while at one point in time they could have pushed it away, they're realizing, man, he or she, my person, they're all right. I can do this. I am capable of doing this. I can be better. I can be happier. You've pointed them, you've shown them what real happiness is like, whether that is you actually living it with them, showing it to them, or through your character. Especially if you're long distance, you may have shown this person through your character just by your presence, you being there. Like you could have been talking every day and several times a day, FaceTiming, you getting to know them getting to know you. Like your bond could have been very, very strong. Right now, they are in their King of Swords energy. I feel that I feel that for some of you, this could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're going to be leaving that extreme detached state, because that was a safety net for them. They probably felt that if I don't think about it, if I don't involve my emotions on it, and I just stay logical, then I'll be okay. But all the while they're staying as logical as they can and analyzing your connection from top to bottom, side to side, they have come to the conclusion that there's nothing logical about you two. Nothing logical. And while they exercise their earthly authority and their earthly discipline over their emotions, that discipline has turned into detachment. And they are now realizing that, because with the Ten of Cups ending this reading, this is what they're aiming for: true happiness, emotional stability. And they are now realizing, man, I could be logical and detached from some things that don't require my energy. I don't have to attach my energy to everything, but I can also be emotionally happy and emotionally free. You've shown them, wow, you guys have shown them what love is. And I am so, so happy for you. You've shown them what happiness looks like. And I think what is the most important in this reading, you've shown them what happiness looks like with you in particular. That is the end of your reading, you guys. I'm sorry it was a little longer than expected, but the messages were coming through and I had to deliver them. I do hope that you like, share, subscribe, and all of those good things. Just know that your person is changing, and I, Sugar, wish you the best of luck. Have a good evening, day, or afternoon whenever you see this. Bye.